G'day folks. Well, I've been somewhat busy the last couple of nights after work, and I might have created something very evil. High pressure water pump. Right now I'm just running it through a test cycle, just dumping back into the bucket, but I'm driving it with a 2 horsepower motor. And the pump is off a Anderson steam cleaner that I scrapped a while ago. I believe Clinton from Clinton's Shed has a similar one that he's driving with a Villiers engine. It's just a diaphragm short stroke pump. It's a bit old and worn, but it works. Only thing is the pressure gauge is going to be pulsing like mad, so it'll be fairly hard to accurately gauge how much pressure is going into things like that. We'll start out with a Coke bottle in a cardboard box, just see how destructive it is. Yeah, the motor's off a cooling tower. I've resealed it all, but it's just missing a V-seal on the front of that output shaft. Oh, and the terminal box cover, which I've just siliconed a bit of plastic diffuser material over. At 52 hertz. So motor's doing 1400 RPM like it should. It's going to be interesting. Stay in the bucket. Yeah, even without back pressure, the needle's just starting to twitch. I think 30 hertz would be enough, or even slower. $14. Not much, but that might be what's required. Oh well. Okay, just setting up the feeder line for the pressure pump. That's going to be the valve stem end. I've got a variety of stainless steel or brass tubeless truck valves with the threaded nut on them, so I can screw them into whatever I want, like Coke bottles. I've got a Coke bottle set up outside at the moment, ready to go, and I'm going to make an adapter. I just got to go through my box of tyre bits and old valves and things like that and see if I can come up with something that I can screw over this thread and then screw that flare nut onto. So I'll just braze 2 pieces together, but I need something with that Schrader thread, which is a fairly unique thread pitch and diameter. So yeah, even these nuts are slightly bigger. Yeah, the diameter of that thread's much bigger, so I can't even use one of these nuts and braze it on the end of a refrigerant 1/4 inch fitting. And that's all that is, that's just a 1/4 inch refrigerant line. As for pressure monitoring, the pressure gauge is going to be surging quite a bit because there's only so much volume you can push through a line this small, or more importantly through an orifice that small. So I'm going to probably end up, I've got to drill a hole in the top of the tread near the shoulder to bleed out any air anyway. I want to get rid of all of the air inside the tyre so there's no risk of serious failure. But I'm thinking, originally I was just going to plug the hole with a coach bolt and start just rely on the other one, but I'm going to actually drill the guts out of this coach bolt about 4mm all the way through so that it's hollow, and shallowly drill and tap for 1/8 inch BSP or something, a small, very small pipe thread, and just screw a pipe fitting or something onto it, or even just braze a 1/4 inch male nipple on the end of it, and go from there. That way, at least if I've got a male nipple on there, I can just screw another 1/4 inch line on it and run it back to a pressure gauge at the control station, because I don't want to be particularly near it when it fails, but it's a lot safer than using compressed air and having the tyre go rocketing across the backyard or 200 feet into the air and coming down on my neighbour's roof. That would be bad. So thankfully compressed water does not, or water does not compress, so you've only got a limited duration of pressure release, and it's usually nowhere near as violent, so yeah, much safer, much safer. Also got the rear wheel cylinders for the Nissan Micra came in yesterday as well from the UK. Funny thing is, I ordered these after the tyres, and the tyres were supposed to only be coming from Sydney and they haven't arrived yet. So I'm guessing maybe they realised they were out of stock and they're just ordering them in now. I'll get onto that and find out what's going on. I don't want them to have forgotten about a $100 order. It was about, I think it was just under $100 by the time I was done buying 2 of them. Cheap enough, but not the kind of thing I want to ignore because I need them. So yeah, we'll do the rear brakes on the Micra soon. I'll get some new shoes, linings, that sort of thing, and yeah, go from there. Not an awful lot else happening. Got a good YouTuber recommendation though. Just been watching some more of his videos. Alex993cc1, Al's channel. He's a tech vlogger like me. I guess you'd call me a tech vlogger come tinkerer. And he plays with all sorts of shit too. Collects old motors and things, making up switchboards and stuff for high amperage microwave transformer and other things like that. Popping stuff, melting stuff, playing with diesel engines, cars, alternators, you name it. Inline diesel pump, air compressor self-destruction, very impressive. Running an air compressor with no cylinder barrels on it. Watch the conrods and pistons fly. So yeah, did an autopsy on a reefer container unit. That's the refrigerated shipping container pack with a semi-hermetic compressor. Yeah, scrappy and overall tinkerer like me. Well worth checking out. Go, yeah. Sort of like he must be like my clone, except he's on the other side of Australia. He's into the same sort of shit I am. So yeah, have some fun with that one, and find a few other little things to add to this vlog, and then we'll get on to some real experiments. Yeah, still idling away. Looks like it's about to rain out here though, so I've got a bit of a cover over the VFD, but I don't want to get any of this wet. Unfortunately, the cable's only that long. And that's the Coke bottle. That's ready to go. The belt was chirping a bit, that's what the water's from. Clean all the oxide and crap off the pulley. But yeah, it's raining now. Raindrops falling on me head and my projects. It's alright, the motor's splash proof. It's only the VFD that I'm worried about. Damn it, why does it have to rain now? I'm all getting ready for an experiment. I was talking to Brad and he reckons the burst pressure of passenger car tyres should be just above 100 psi, depending on abuse and impact damage, or if it's been run flat or something like that. I don't have one that's been run flat and still mounted on the rim, so I can't test that, but I'd be willing to bet it'd burst probably not much over 60. I mean, these are Japanese made, factory standard on 2000, 2001 onward Nissan X-Trails. They're even original rims. So they've just come off a Nissan X-Trail from factory. They've never even been dismounted. Factory balance weights. So we'll see what kind of carnage results from that. Little car's going to play a part too, because I'm going to chain between the two toe points and put a chain through here. So if it does decide to just suddenly go and launch a bit, it's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, that's next. There we go. Rain pump. Won't hurt it. I'm running that 1/4 inch line now, and at the same speed you get a lot more pulsation through the lines. And that's just going straight back to tank. Damn this weather. Oh well. At least it's not too cold today. There we go. Coach screw service valve. You won't see that in any refrigeration manual. It's drilled all the way through, and I just silver soldered the service port to the top of it. Kind of handy that way. Well, actually that's a proper service port with the Schrader valve in it. That's just a 1/4 inch nipple. Either way, that'll work quite well.